I want to hoop too, man. I'm gonna hoop tomorrow and shit. I ain't hooped in about a month, which is crazy.
Word?
Yeah, I ain't hooped in a minute, man. I'm and when I hoop it, when I don't hoop for a month at my this time, I'm 50 years old. It's like not hooping for like 6 months. You know what I mean? It's like it's magnified and shit.
Oof.
It's
Like
like
you ain't
you
hooped
know
in
what I mean?
years.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't hooped in. I haven't hooped in like a
uh,
year. So that's probably like
that's
15
that's 10
years.
years because you pushing 40, so you're not there yet. But you're not. I was still pliable at 37 pause, but we'll talk about that another time. Yo, we wanted to talk. We wanted to bring this up because as New York Knicks fans, we're a little bit jaded. You know what I mean? We went all these years without superstars wanting to come here. You know what I'm saying? Without any type of winning, with basketball. You know what I mean? We had the Yankees and the Giants a little bit, but in terms of basketball, the Nets had their little run, but New York City was like nobody wanted to fuck with it. KD ain't want to fuck with us. Kyrie ain't want to fuck with us. What did KD say? It ain't cool to be in New York. Fuck you, cuz. You know what I'm saying? New York is the shit. You know what I'm saying? And then Jalen Brunson came to town. You know what I mean? First, Julius Randle. Let me give Julius Randle his props. Julius Randle came, and to me, he was the OG of turning the shit around. Him and Tom Thibodeau, right?
Yeah.
But he never reached Jalen Brunson level. Jalen Brunson came to New York, and everyone, including myself, everyone was like, "You gave this motherfucker 100 million, Leon Rose. What are you doing?" Be like Donovan Mitchell. What you know what I mean? We was mad because the negotiations with Danny Ainge fell apart, and we gave Jalen Brunson 100 million, and he had just like a decent postseason with the Mavs when Luka was out. You know what I'm saying? And I know he was good, but we didn't know Jalen Brunson was this nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Jalen Brunson is that nigga. You feel? He's him. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel that he don't get his props. Now they certain dudes in the media champion him. Shout out to Perk. Perk is always champion him. Big body Brunson and everything. But there's a lot of dudes like Charles Barkley and that goofy ass
Yeah,
motherfucker Paul
fucking,
Pierce. And
fucking.
I like. You know what I like? I'll be watching that Paul Pierce Kevin Garnett shit because Kevin Garnett is as mean spirited as that motherfucker is mean spirited. As mean spirited as he is, he keeps it 1,000 with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? He don't. You can see Paul has a personal issue with the Knicks for whatever fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? KG kind of keeps it real. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day they said that he was like that motherfucker Cole is balling, man, but he looks like he looks like the fucking Knicks, like he does the Knicks taxes and shit. Yeah, them niggas is hilarious. But not to get off Jalen Brunson. I feel like Jalen Brunson, even after all he's done with Thibodeau and Miami and progressing every year, and even from going from the first round to the second round, and last year making the Eastern Conference Finals, and though they didn't reach the ultimate goal, you see the progression. You see the progression in his game. He's a star. He's not the most athletic star. He doesn't have the most athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? But he can just hoop. I feel they shit on him. You know what I'm saying? And I not shit on him, but I feel he doesn't get the props he deserves. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about best point guards in the league, you hear Shea Gilchrist Alexander. Obviously, you can't say nothing about that. Shea is Shea is the guy. You know what I'm saying? He's got a chip. Can't really argue that. Luca, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Steph Curry solidified. I get all of that. Can't say nothing about Steph. And then you might hear Jaden Brunson's name, but now you're starting to hear guys like Cade Cunningham. I like Cade Cunningham. I understand what he did last year against the Knicks. It was just coming out party. I understand what Detroit is doing this year. Last time I checked, this is the second year he hasn't won shit. You know what I'm saying? So how are we crowning him? You know what I'm saying? Guys like Devin Booker, I'm hearing his name. Tyrese
Tyrese Maxey.
Maxey, right? Boom. Trey Young, De'Aaron Fox. I get all of that shit. Donovan Mitchell, who I fuck with. I don't want to shit on Donovan Mitchell. But what are we talking about here, man? You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, the top point guards in the league are Shea Gilchrist Alexander.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say Donovan Mitchell number two. I'm gonna say Donovan or Luca number two. And
Okay.
I can't even really crown Luca number two, but I'm gonna say Donovan or Luca number two. Then I think you gotta put Brunson there. Steph Curry, we're gonna put him in another box because he's at the tail end of his career. He's
Yeah.
a top great of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like Jordan. You got to put Jordan over there when you talk about the greats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Steph is the greatest fucking shooter to ever live. Jalen Brunson, top 3 point guard in the league, and do you think that they be shitting on him? Don't give the brothers props.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that goes into them not giving him his props, and some of it is just it's our logo. It's the Knicks. Like they've been irrelevant for so long
A lot of hate in New
that
York. Yeah,
people have to, and we're so brash and our we're
yeah.
very
We're so
cocky and
arrogant.
aggressive
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah, yeah.
So people enjoy seeing us
Yeah, it's a
fail.
fact. That's a great point. They
They
do.
do. So
Yeah.
he's getting he's getting the doubt because of that, not
Right.
because of his play. Because if you look at the play, like what are the real criteria options, right? Impact on winning. I think he's probably the most. Last year they had him as the most clutch in the entire
Clutch player
league.
of the year, no
so
doubt.
that would be the biggest. He would be number one if we go impact of winning, right? Scoring efficiency. Maybe a little bit. He shoots a little bit more than maybe he should, but he makes a lot more than we anticipate too. That
Yeah.
floater in the lane, he finds his spot. He goes to his own pace. He can shoot the 3 ball if necessary.
The
There's
footwork.
everything about it, right?
Yeah.
So he's got to be somewhere in the top 2 or 3 there as well, right? Playmaking ability and facilitating is where I think he takes a hit because he's such a good scorer. He's not like a super assist guy.
He's not pass first
So
point guard.
maybe
Yeah, yeah.
if you want to kill him on that, I'm fine with
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Two-way ability, he'll also take a hit on. I don't think he's a really good defender. So I think
He's not on ball defender. He's
Right,
decent,
yeah.
decent help defender. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But as far as far as leadership and clutch factor, I'd
Mm.
say this guy's number one. So what are we really talking about if we use that as the criteria of what we're gonna name for our guys? I'd say he's probably number 2, maybe if you want to put him behind Shea, because I don't feel like Luka checks all those boxes either. You know what I mean?
Preach.
If we're
Yeah.
gonna really have a real conversation about it, I don't think and Steph, like you said, I think we have to almost take Steph out of it, because he's been so great for so long,
Right,
and has
yeah.
so many things, and he's got the championship rings, and
Yeah.
guy
He's
can
one of the goats. He's in that.
you got to defend the guy as soon as he gets off the airplane type shit.
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
I think you have to take him out. I don't want to start to hear the conversations about Tyrese Maxey and Cade Cunningham or John Morant.
Cade is cold, but not yet.
No, not yet. And I don't want to hear Tyrese Halliburton either. I know that he's injured right now, but I know that they'll probably at some point start trying to trickle his name back into that conversation. And I damn sure don't want to hear John Morant. He's already 86 himself.
Yeah, he's
from
gone.
any
What
further
about
conversation.
what about my man Spider? Spider
I don't-
Cole.
yeah, but there are some boxes.
And he
that
like a tri-state guy too, so I got a little affinity
well,
for him. and
he
shit.
gets busy, but I don't
Yeah.
feel that I don't feel that he makes his team better. Like I don't know that he's that guy like that. Like there still I think are a lot of holes in his game. Does he impact winning? I'd say yes. Can he score? Absolutely. I don't know that he's a super playmaker either. I don't
Not
know
at
that
all, not at all.
that
He's
that
a score first guy.
Yeah, he's a
for
score
sure.
first guy.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's a super defender either. Maybe he's a better on-ball defender because of his
I'm gonna look his
athleticism.
defensive rating up. Go ahead, yeah.
Right? But as far as a leader, I don't know. And then looking at him right now with Cleveland, they're in a quagmire right now of mediocrity because him and fucking Garland, they just don't seem like they're in sync. So
I thought they had it together last year, but yeah, this year, yeah.
they don't really seem like they're in sync. And I'm not seeing anything special from the big man. Not Jared Allen, fucking Evan Mobley.
Mm-hmm.
Evan Mobley doesn't look like he really has taken that next step that we would have liked to see him take after last season. Jared Allen is still going to give you what Jared Allen gives you, but that's on a game-to-game basis. We're not going to see that consistently. He kind of gets in where he fits in. They brought over fucking Lonzo Ball for what? I don't know. That team.
Donovan Mitchell's 110, so he's not. It's not elite. Put it like that. Yeah,
So I don't know that I'm putting him ahead of. I'm not putting him ahead of Brunson, me personally. I think I'm going Shea, and then I'm going Brunson, and then I'd probably look at Luka because of how
You going Brunson over Luka? I like what you're talking about, my
because-
brother. I
because
fuck with
of-
that.
Yeah, I'd probably put Luka right behind Brunson because of how Luka can also. He's very, very crafty, and but he's also a defensive liability. So I'd say Luka right behind Brunson. Me personally, that's my 3.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. And for those who might try to shit on my man's take right now, keep in mind Jalen Brunson just cracked the top 5 in MVP voting this year, so make that make sense. Q, talk to me.
Word.
Jalen Brunson, top 3, top 5, top 2, number 1. What are we talking about here, man? New York, stand the fuck up.
All right, now we talking.
What we talking about?
We talking right now. We talking like right now.
Talking right now.
We talking right now.
Right now.
I think there's even almost an argument that you could even say he's number 1. Like if you want to say, talent wise and
we're
all
gonna
this
get some clicks
stuff,
off this shit. That's
you want. Because you want to say talent-wise and all that shit, man. Yeah, that's cool, man. What? Because they're going to say what? Oh, Cade Cunningham's a two-way player. He's 6'8". Oh, Luka Doncic, man. He can score the ball off will, and he's just a slow motion. All right,
turnstile on defense.
Yeah.
But so is Jalen.
Like SGA could score on will. But, all right. So, does everybody know right now that Jalen Brunson has averaged the most points this season by taking the least amount of free throws, which was something that was totally opposite that he did last season. Yeah. And he was fighting neck and neck with SGA with those free throws. So that means he's scoring more just because he's good. And he's just the clutch guy that we all know. And he could beat the teams that SGA has not this season yet. In the most pivotal moments. So, and then you could incorporate a sprinkle, the salt and pepper. We mix up the pot. And then, you know what? We're going to get a little bit of more of some clutchness from Jalen Brunson. Because you know what? When he steps on that court, that's the last man you want to see on that court. When it knows that, oh, man, we're down by 2, down by 3, or we up by 1, we up by 2. Shit, they could be up by 7 with 2 minutes to go. Them niggas is worried that they could still lose by 10. Yep. He creates plays to the point where you don't expect it. I think he's a better player because I think he's changed his game the most than a lot of these point guards have that we just all named, right? Because he's dealing with a whole different cast now that he's there. Because Mike Brown, like, not only is he dealing with a new head coach, but he's also dealing with a new supporting cast that he has to go in there and teach. So he has 2-3 other jobs. He has to work with, either rookies or bench players that are coming off the bench to help him facilitate, or he has to deal with the after the work shit and be like, yo, Tyler Cole, this is what you gotta do. You saw when he smacked him in the back of the head. Yo, get off my seat, little man. Go do my taxes.
He embraced. Yo, Kevin Garnett called him James Dolan Jr. He embraced Cole. Cole's his little man's and shit. So I respect that too. He could have been on some bullshit with him. You know what I mean? Nigga trying to take my job type shit. Like, he embraced him. We gotta respect that guy.
And I think when you mix all that now, like, people got to understand, when you talk about, like, the best right now, we're not talking the best ever, you know what I mean? Because then you're talking out of character. And then if you're talking about the best from last year, but I'm talking about, like, the best right now. Currently right now, I guarantee you there is plenty of other point guards that I guarantee you the other 31 teams rather face than Jalen Brunson because of that reason. Because they know that this team with Jalen Brunson on the court, no matter what the score is, no matter what's going on, no matter what home court you're on, it could be away, it could be home, it could be whoever's reffing the game, for God's sakes. Yo, how much shit do we need to have our back against the wall? As long as Jalen Brunson's on that court, we have a chance to win the game, bro. Checkmate, bitches.
Say it louder for the motherfuckers in the back.
Yeah.
I'm drunk right now.
That's right.
But yo, I agree, and we're gonna get out of here. Good take, yo. Good, y'all motherfuckers cooked today, man. I give y'all some props. Y'all motherfuckers cooking. I gotta say, Jay, you said what? You said 2?
Oh, me and Jay taking a shot because it sounds like you're about to disagree with us.
No. I'm about to give him props. Jay said number 1.
Salute, Jay.
Space.
I said it's debatable for him to be number one. Jay said 2.
Number 2. So
I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna go 2. I gotta give Shea, because I think Shea's a better defender right now than him. You know what I'm saying? And he's got a chip. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. You know what I mean? There gotta be some type of. I'm as much of a homer as anyone. I rep for the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Not homer, motherfuckers. Don't get crazy in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Homer as anyone, but I gotta be some type of some type of fucking unbiased analysis. Not saying that y'all wasn't doing it, but yeah, Jalen number 2. Listen, Jalen makes people look. There's no more Chris Pauls in the fucking league, bro. There's no more Chris Pauls in the league. There's no more John Stocktons. There's no more Magics. There's no more throw a name out there that makes people better.
Like Chris Paul in his prime, like you know what I mean, like
yeah, you know what I mean, like true pass first. Point guard.
Yeah, Steve Nash.
Stockton, Steve Nash,
Tony
Chris
Parker,
Paul, Jason Kidd.
Kidd.
Guards like that. You know what I'm saying? There's no more of those. It's a wing league right now. But if we're talking point guards, it's basically point guards. They go to the bucket, man. They go to the cup. They try to score. And Jalen can do that with the best of them. And Jalen does it under the fucking rim. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, K's above the rim. These guys above the rim. But I always say his footwork is that of a fucking center or Keem Olajuwon or like a power forward or like a really good, post wing guy. Jalen doesn't make dudes better in terms of like how he passes the ball. He just makes dudes better because
spacing.
His spacing, his leadership, his willing to fucking accept and buy into what the coaches are doing. He bought into what Thibodeau was doing. He was a good soldier. You know what I'm saying? You heard Mikal Bridges, talk a little bit reckless. You heard Cat talk a little bit reckless. You never really heard Jalen talk a little bit reckless. Although maybe behind closed doors, he might not agree with what Tom Thibodeau does. Mike Brown comes in, boom, immediately buys in. When your star player buys in, everyone else kind of follows suit. You know what I'm saying? So that's important. That's leadership. That translates, that may not translate into buckets and assists and all that shit, but that translates into, players feeling empowered and confident, and that translates into players being better. So he does make players better in terms of that. And in terms of scoring wise, like he's one of the best at that shit that there is for that size. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Brunson, number 11. If he gets a championship, fuck best in the league, man. I think you might have to put him as the best Knick ever, and that's gonna hurt me to say because my nigga you can't see him, but Frazier on that wall. You know what I'm saying? Bernard King, Ewing, as much as he's aloof and all that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But you might have to, and the people are gonna disagree. Earl Monroe and who else could we say? Earl Monroe. There's not that many great Knicks like this. Earl Monroe. Dave the Bushes.
That really like.
Yeah, there's not that many kings.
Annihilate.
Yeah, Carmelo's in there.
And Carmelo.
Shout out to Melo. I fuck with Melo.
Because we had a lot of like people that came here and made a difference, but they didn't come here and be like the ultimate attraction. Like Larry
Ewing,
Johnson,
Frazier,
and
Melo, Monroe, Bernard, and Jalen. In my opinion, that's mine. I don't give. You're gonna have all these old school niggas come in the comments and talk shit, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? But Jalen Brunson, I'm going to say number 2. If he wins the chip, we could talk the number 1 spot. But number 2 is pretty motherfucking good. Number 1 in the East Coast. You know what I mean? That's it, man. You know what I mean? That's all I got to motherfucking say.
So that's what we're predicting. The NBA final is going to be the number 1 point guard on the East Coast versus number crazy. 1 point guard on the West Coast.
Yo,
I don't think.
You getting ready to say exactly what I'm getting ready to say? Go ahead, Jay.
I don't think. What do you call it? Is gonna make it to the finals this year. I think it'll be San Antonio.
There's somebody out there that could be beating them niggas.
I think it'll be San Antonio.
And De'Aaron Fox you got to talk about.
Yeah, I think it'll be San Antonio.
I like them niggas, man. I like Fox. I like Castle.
I feel like we could beat them.
Yeah, Castle.
Wemby. We did beat them. We stole the championship from them.
Yeah,
the mid-season shit or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That matters.
That matters.
But it's important.
You know what I mean?
Everybody was healthy. Everybody was on the court, and everybody was playing at their hardest competition level, right? Yeah. So that just tells you they all wanted to win it. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't want to win an extra
We
500,000?
won. But we won.
I don't like what they do. They broke like do you hear what they did? They broke off like the staff and the trainers and the fucking
Yeah, the Knicks
mailroom
players,
people.
right?
Yeah, they
Well, the
broke.
top-
That's
but the
fly.
top-
That's
the
dope.
top, I think it was like
Yeah,
Jalen Brunson
the
and,
rookies
like,
kept their
Carlton
shit.
Towns.
Jalen them niggas 500 racks ain't nothing to a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I want to
If
say
I'm
this.
Tyler Kohler, I'm keeping my shit. Me. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
facts. Yeah. Them niggas is buying. I think last year Josh said if he wins, he was gonna buy
Buy
an
some
AP. Them
watches,
niggas is tricking on money. But yo, we're gonna end off on this note. I want to say something about the Spurs, man, because I never liked the Spurs since '99 when they beat us. You know what I'm saying with Duncan and Ginobili and what's my man Tony Parker and all them, right?
Yeah.
When we had Sprewell and all of them, and Ewing was hurt. But now I really don't like the fucking Spurs, and I don't like Wemby. And I respect what he does. I understand his game, but I'm gonna tell you why I don't fuck Wemby. Wemby be acting, and y'all gonna. He probably never get on the show. Probably never gonna get on the show anyway. But now after what I give him and say, he's never going on the show. But yo, the motherfucker's a bitch ass nigga. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you why. Because I went to the Spurs. Y'all know this. I went to the Spurs game 2 years ago in San Antonio. Right, dope ass environment. Love the city of San Antonio. Absolutely love it. I said, damn, I'd fucking move here. I love the city. I love the environment. The arena was dope. All the people in San Antonio were nice. I had essays talking shit to me, just playing around. It was a great environment. I loved it. You know, I had all my Knicks shit on. Motherfuckers just coming up to me with cowboy hats, talking about Holmes. You guys are getting fucking destroyed and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking shit to them niggas. It was all love. Wemby after the game. That game, I happened to be blessed to see. I think I told you the story. That was Jalen Brunson's career high that game. It was a great fucking game. Yeah. Wemby had like 40-something. I think Jalen had like 62. Yeah. After the game, you know, when Mike Breen and all them, whoever's doing the game, when that shit shuts off, you still seeing what's going on in the arena. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to give Jalen Brunson the game ball. I think I told you this. Give him the game ball because it was his career high. This bitch nigga Wemby ran and did not want to give him the ball. Went and took the ball and threw that shit. Yeah, sucker nigga shit. And he be on some sucker shit, you know what I'm saying? But he's mean, you know.
The other day, he said that we're not a finesse team and all this other
shit. Yeah. Fuck you, nigga.
Yeah, stay healthy, nigga. Like that's it. Yeah, stay healthy.
But I will say this. This is not personally because I don't know the motherfucker personally. This is in basketball terms. And the motherfucker cold. I will give you that. The motherfucker cold. His game is cold. Yeah, his game is cold. With that being said, we out of here. Yo, Q, take us out of here.
Yo. From that note, this is how we going out. We're gonna just replay the topics, right? Besides the Happy New Year gizmo, we already said that.
Show world.
We're giving shouts out again for everybody. We're saying it because, you know, Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. You know, make sure y'all all stay healthy. Don't drink and drive, and don't be the type of people, number one, that be like, oh, new year, new me. Nah, nigga, if you was fucked up last year,
gyms are gonna be packed in January. You already know, Jay. The gym is gonna be packed. You gotta wait. I'll go back to the gym in March. I might work out in the crib.
Just change it up, bro. Like, just be like, yo, New Year improved me, and then just fucking do some calisthenics. But besides that, Derrick Henry's on the Mount Rushmore, running backs. You know what I mean? Lamar Jackson, man, some bullshit is happening to you, bro. And Jalen Brunson has been solidified as the best point guard in the NBA. Salute to the New York Knicks. Salute. Happy New Year's. We're out of here. Peace out.
Out of here. Peace. Go work.